3월 옵션.
(2K) Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you
에메리 비치.
for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I am very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair as good as Xander Schauffele and a swing as good as Xander Schauffele? No thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival Xander Schauffele appears to be taking notice as well.
She's currently tied for second.
Nice shot. Nice shot.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
Full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so. This player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
Anywhere up on that dance floor.
Right.
That was a beauty.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look. That starts off on a good line.
Steady on. Putting for a par here. They're nicely holed. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Here we are at the fourth hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
Oh my God.
Come on, you're better than that. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Just trickled off the fairway, but still in good shape.
Yeah, nicely played. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Get in the hole.
그렇지.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. No longer tied for the lead at the end of that hole. She's now our sole leader. The fifth hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, your thoughts?
Luke, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. This is a good chance. That putt went a bit long there. There's a putt of about 6 feet coming up. Ouch, that hurts. Just a
시봉.
little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. At -2, going along nicely today. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee. Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out, won early a few times. But then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's almost man, except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think, why hasn't he won more? Well, the problem is that he's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has won at a clip that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention
Nice
as
buddy.
often as he does, you're just not always going to win. Somebody is going to come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a little bit, whatever the case. But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and every week. I got to say, this kid he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
And after a birdie at the last, he'll take the honor on the hole. She's top quality player, this one. Sitting at 3 under par in a share of the lead. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. Oh, that one just missed the hole. Oh, absolutely flushed. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Just 3 feet to the cup. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. And after that hole, this player sits in second, behind England's Justin Rose. Opting for the hybrid, I think. Any bounce to the left here would be helpful. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
A chance now from the bunker for an up and down. Oh, you've made it. What a play. Let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down from this spot. Ooh, that almost went down. Well done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
Great touch.
She needs this to save par. A bit too much pace on that one. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet.
Some damage limitation. This one for a bogey.
아이씨.
Justin Rose finds himself back on top of the leaderboard. Welcome to the tee at this par 5 hole. Well, that's a handy shot. 2 wins so far this season. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Just didn't drop. Putting for birdie. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take it to 3 under. Teeing off now on the 10th hole.
망한 것 같은데.
Heading to the bunker.
They found the sand here. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Beauty of a chip shot there.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Putting for a par now.
On a nice line.
That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
Nicely done. Well fought hole right there. Bunkered off the tee, but makes that nice par save.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard.
나이스 파세이브.
Teeing off now at the 11th hole. Looks like they've got the 5-wood. Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can 2-putt that for sure.
안전하게.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Didn't
저를
quite get
보고
the
있는 거.
approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
글래스.
One wheat bix too many, I think. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
This one will run uphill.
It's got a chance. Yeah, good job. Nice par.
나이스 파.
Our current leader is
Good job.
enjoying a 1-shot lead. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side comes into play if you really mishit it. But the one right in the center, that little zit, I tell you what, that is going to make some players angry, I can promise you that. If you avoid all that, second shot fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to the right is going to lead to a really simple pitch shot for your up and down birdie.
Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one. And that'll certainly help her chances here. And let's have one more look.
뭐 하는 거지?
Beautifully judged. Great tempo on this chip.
템포가 안 맞아서 찍 소리가 나는 거구나.
And that's the right momentum. Back into top spot on the leaderboard. Here
1등.
they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle. That one's heading down Broadway. Time for the second shot here.
템포가 중요하다.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. We'll now move over to
진짜 애매한 거리도 가는데.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
what an opportunity to make a birdie. That's frustrating. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Welcome to
That's
this
it
hole.
then.
It's a par 4.
Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Playing from around 210 yards here. Currently in the lead by a shot. Going with the hybrid. See if he can get that one to come back to the left a little. That was never really a comfortable shot for them, was it?
A bit too much club there.
Here's Xander Schauffele. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead.
나이스.
And she's holed it. Absolutely magnificent.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Oh, I'd like to have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
1등으로
Good
나왔습니다.
momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling. Nicely done. What's she facing with this shot, Henny?
Setting up here from about 180 yards. Had a fantastic drive.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
아,
You
커브.
like that, didn't you? Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie. What a putt. Started this perfectly.
3 feet to go here to the hole. And with that putt, now it's 6 under with a few to play.
And with just a slim lead
Ah.
coming down that stretch, anything can happen.
Choosing the 9-iron here. Oh, well played. Into birdie range here at the 16th. Oh, these are good for the momentum. These ones right on 8 feet. It's on a good line. Top effort, that. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And as we take a look at the standings, this player is currently in first, with Justin Rose second.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader.
That drive was simply astonishing.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
생각보다 길었네.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Getting ready to play their third. Currently in the lead by a shot. Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And this player now tees off on their final hole of the event, tied for the lead.
Luke, there are some anxious moments out there. It would not shock me at all to see this go to a playoff.
근데 위로 올라왔는데 이거.
That was wonderfully done. Second shot here at the 18th. Going with the 5-wood. That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. Playing their 4th shot. Currently tied for the lead. And going with driver off the deck with this shot. Huge chip here. This would force a playoff. That's been an impressive display today. This for a 66. Oh, just missed. Time to make a putt here. This one's for double. And that wraps up proceedings in this one.
마지막에서 다 까먹었네.
And what an absolute shame that is, Rich. The win looked like it was in the bag too.
Absolute
Ito.
meltdown of epic proportions. Hopefully,
Justin Rose.
but it was painful to watch, and I'm sure it's going to be painful for that player for a while.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
사티어. 네, 고맙습니다.
In association with the PGA Tour,
마스터카드.
it's proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer
FedEx Cup.
Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, great to be here. As this event kicks off, our featured group
안 좋아요.
consists of 10 players who
러프.
appear to have entered into quite the
아, 러프에
lottery.
빠졌네.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand
Ha!
because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and it's just so lovely.
Nice
on top
pa.
of it all. I almost don't want her to be beat.
Yeah, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. The second hole is a long par 3.
파3 홀 로우몰이네.
Yes, the green runs
파3
from
주제
right to
로우몰이네.
left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right. However, when they're in the back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
그렇지. 아유. 아하이.
Par on this one. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently in 4th place.
Oh dear. Can she get out of this one?
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Oh, stop it. What a way to make your par.
Stop it.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
In the hole.
It's the first exposure
아, 바람 많이
to
부네.
Cypress Lake here at Arnold Palmer's Bay Hill Club and Lodge is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of. But if you miss it right in the rough, that is very gnarly and nasty to come out of. The green works away from the player, moving
설마.
from right to left. The miss is out to the
설마.
right, but watch out.
안 돼.
It's awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it or putt it in the water.
Well, that certainly wasn't the shot she had in her mind. Rich, Canadian golf has had a number of people to be able to hang their hat on over the years. Obviously, most recent on the men's side, Mike Weir is a major winner, but the impact
아, 왜 이래?
Henderson has had on the game seems to have been even more significant.
It has been, and she doesn't
어허.
play just for women's golf in Canada. She carries the
저렇게 많이
Canadian
빠진다고?
golf in general. She's such an amazing, delightful young lady to be around. Her personality is infectious. She's just a good soul. And she carries that around to the golf course. I mean, two-time major
아,
winner.
씨.
But what I'm impressed about most with her game.
트러프 포기가 뭡니까? 망했네,
She is
이번은.
such a long hitter in the game. You don't quite see too many women in the game right now that they don't talk about hitting it long like we do in the men's game. But make no bones about it, she hits it a long way out there. That gives her a massive advantage over some of the other players.
아, 안 굴러가네,
She's
씨.
such a prolific winner on the
그지
LPGA.
같은 거, 씨. 잣됐네.
Ooh, a 9-foot chance here. Be the ball, Danny. No.
아,
A rush of blood.
Yep.
최악의 타수. 최악의 타네, 최악의 타.
Done. Sitting at 5 over for the
5 오버.
The first of the par 5s reached the 4th hole.
Yes, Luke, you got out of bounds on the right-hand side that shouldn't come into play for the players, but those
바람 오지게 많이 부네, 와.
certainly will. If you get a good tee shot away and you find the fairway, the second shot uphill to this par 5, you can reach, but still lots of trouble lurking around this green.
And here we are with the third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? This putt coming up is for birdie.
나르 플라이.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. It's time to check on the leaderboard.
한타 줄였고요.
The fifth at Bay Hill is the shortest par 4 on the front nine, measuring just under 400 yards. Ridge, placement off the tee, critical here.
It is. It plays straight downhill the entire way, so most players not taking driver out and challenging those bunkers. Lay up short of those, and you'll have a short shot to a green that once again chases away from you at the back end of it.
더 기네. 와,
Fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
저렇게 많이 인다고?
Swirling in this part of the golf course.
Here's
똥까.
Johnson's next shot.
똥가 똥가. 할로.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
나이스 투 미츠.
Getting ready to play their third.
아유, 너무 씨. 아이씨.
And how about the concentration to pull that shot off? Yeah, good effort that one out of the bunker.
근데
Oh, lovely
진짜 럭키다 럭키. 이 정도 완전 럭키지.
And down it goes. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Now we head to the famous par 5 6th ridge. A lot of players are thinking birdie, maybe even eagle.
Out to the
Ah.
right, it's definitely the widest part of the fairway.
스크롤 드로프.
Just left
웰컴.
of the left-hand bunker out there. We'll leave a layup
롱,
out to the
롱,
right.
롱타임 오고.
You just have a short pitch
맞나?
on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
That's a bit out of shape. Henny, how's that ball lying? It's tough to see from here.
Looks like they have
You
a good
busy?
lie here in the second cut.
아, 내가 유튜브를 안 했구나.
Opting for the side.
쏘리.
And here we are with the third shot.
들어가.
That's a ripper.
That looked good the
Long time no see.
entire way, Luke. That shot was dialed in.
What an amazing shot. Let's take another look at that one.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged.
Perfect,
and look at
perfect.
that. Straight in the hole.
피부가 엄청 타버렸네. 나를.
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead.
2언더. 오케이.
Let's have a look at the 7th hole, a par 3.
Finally, you have a green that pitches back towards you ever so slightly, Luke, but still coming into it with a good 6-5 iron from 195 yards. It's still a difficult task to get it close.
Oh, that impressed me and her.
랜드.
To move into the top 20 on the leaderboard.
Get the fist pump ready. This looks like it's going in.
Putting for par. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The par 4 8th Rich, challenging tee shot and approach.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camber is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one less club off this tee. From there, you make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the front edge.
8번.
If not, that golf ball will come falling back off the green into the drink.
Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
That was a narrow miss.
나이스.
Par putt coming up here.
They've got this putt to pull ahead
Good,
of
good.
Brooke Henderson. This rivalry could get interesting here.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Let's take a look at the final hole on the front nine, the ninth, and what a tough tee shot it is.
It is it ever. Players want to avoid the bunker down the left-hand side, so inevitably they push it out to the right-hand side, into the rough, into the trees. Now they've got really very little chance of reaching the green in two. So this is probably the most difficult tee shot on this front nine, and one they have to find the fairway with.
Just off the fairway in the first cut. Going with the 6-iron here.
제발.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. Yep, they Houdini'd that. That's brilliant.
This putt is about 17 feet long.
Little birdie look in here.
쳐.
Was that a bit of a miss strike?
It was a slippery putt coming up down the hill. So
이걸 누르고 치면라고.
surprised to see this one coming.
미스 스트라이크 아니야.
As we step into the second nine here, Rich, and the short.
니들이 뭘 알아?
Players have looked at this hole differently over the years. It used to be just a layup shy of that bunker down the right-hand side. But with a favorable wind, we're seeing a lot more players take out driver and take it over that bunker, leaving a very short second to a green that is slightly elevated.
2 over for the day. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Trying to get it to move a little bit
Nick.
to the left here.
What's in front of them, Henning?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
Oh, so close. Yeah, it's just about 3 feet away. Oh, nice looking pass.
나이스.
Currently at 2 over par. The par 4 11th resembles the par 4 third, doesn't it? The big lake on the left-hand side.
아 너무 많이 빗나가는데.
It just has a little more landing
Oh, 다행이다.
here on the left-hand side, however. But if you lay back, be prepared to go in with a long iron. If you take the driver out and successful, you now turn this challenging hole into almost a birdie opportunity.
Yeah, that was a safe
와
play.
앞발 보니까 브레이크
You
돼버리네.
can make this big putt for birdie. Ooh, right by the hole. This would be a good putt to make.
생각보다 적게 있네.
Inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. And now
스콜라트로.
over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's one stroke behind her rival in this event.
The Spaniard John Rahm currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. And the 12th hole, Rich, similar to the 4th hole. Arnold Palmer is really starting to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing. Out of bounds, out to the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right and left. You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly up.
We find the fairway.
One of the big dangers here, though, is going long. That is a big no-no to miss it long on this 12th.
The great
야, 벙커로 올라가 그냥.
inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in John Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think John Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short
참
game
어렵다.
mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Now, it certainly feels like we're in the John Rahm.
아노드 파머.
Number 13, not a long hole by anyone's stretch, but the pond in front of the green really plays havoc.
It does, more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee. Find the fairway down the right-hand side. Open up the angle for your second shot. And it's obvious, you just don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left-hand side. Make a par. Pretty simple.
아, 안수 런
Should
생기네.
be a great up and down. Ooh, that's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
And another of the uphill par threes, the 14th, Rich.
This is such a difficult hole because this tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have a pretty difficult chip shot to a green that historically is the firmest and fastest on this golf course.
That approach didn't seem to fit their eye.
더 가까이 가봐요.
Took a bit too much club on that one.
Oh. Wow, that's right out of the Gary Player highlight reel.
나이스 브레이크.
Ram holds a familiar spot of top spot on this leaderboard. To get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Going with the 8-iron here. Not sure if that's how they drew it up.
Distance control not easy when you're coming out of the rough.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. It's just about 3 feet away.
Trying to save par here.
Trying to say.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Now 6 strokes back after that hole. Well, one of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hill's club and lodge, Rich, is the fluctuations in scoring.
Fluctuation.
At the par 5 16.
Luke, you got to take advantage of this par 5. It's just over 500 yards. Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron to a green that's surrounded by water on the left and bunkers on the right. But still, it's a great opportunity to make 4 or better.
Well, she should be happy with that. Anywhere on the green was a good shot. And this putt to move into the top 10. Wow, that's misjudged. Putting for birdie here. That's inside the range. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. Looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole on the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
That's disappointing. And this one is for her par. She's currently in a share of 13th position. Rich, as we head to the finishing hole
아,
here
근데
at Bay
진짜
Hill,
어렵다,
a famous
CC가.
finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
This putt is for a score of 72. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
She's looking at just over 12 foot here.
저게.
Okay, steady now.
퍼트 진짜 어렵다.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Gets that one to go down and
기가 막히게
again,
어렵네.
those work.
아놀드 파머. 2오버로 마무리.
Well, at the end of the day, there's no W in the event, but does that really matter when you come up against a player of the caliber of Brooke Henderson and beat her, Henny?
No, not at all, Luke. You have just beat a multiple major champion. Nothing matters anymore. Not your mum, not your dad, not your dog, or your cat. Nothing matters. Not many people can boast about that.
4언더. 여기서 4언더를 친다고?
Overall, and something to
와,
celebrate.
대단하다.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elving. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
스케쳐스. PGA. 스판 그만 와. 에이, 주더니. 자, 유튜브는 여기까지.